Excited to be here today. I'm going to talk a little bit about UX patterns and when and how we use them, and when we should actually not use them. So I'm going to start with a bit of an analogy. So in the very beginning of communication of information, there was the oral tradition. We spoke to each other in order to communicate our ideas. But the thing is, when we transitioned with the printing press to a mass dissemination of information through literature, we had this issue where it was really hard to describe tone or intonation or pauses. All of that was very difficult to communicate through the written word. So people came up with a pretty elegant solution, that being grammar. And grammar was a way to kind of communicate ideas in sections. So you have the periods to fulfill a full idea, half ideas through clauses, separated by semicolons, etc. But the thing is, people like to break the rules, right? And sometimes to a very good end. So in this case, there is a poem up here by John Keats, and he does not use the rules of grammar at all, but to a very great effect. Instead of using grammar in the traditional way, he's using it to communicate emotions rather than ideas. The line breaks emphasize different words more so than ideas, and I find that really, really interesting. But the thing is, we kind of circle back, because as you can see up on the screen right now, there's a sestina, which is a very formalized form of poetry. So we started with this idea of having to use a structure in order to communicate our ideas through grammar. We decided to break those rules in order to describe an emotional experience. And then we're coming back to a new set of rules through the rules of poetry. And I think this can be really well applied to user experience. And you may not see it now, but we're going to go through this analogy again. There's something that everyone's probably pretty familiar with at this point. It's been around long enough that this cycle has taken place, but it's still like fresh in our minds. It's relatively new. So responsive web design is the idea that anything that is built for desktop should also be able to be read and have a good experience on tablet, mobile, and other devices. So this sort of happened at a time where mega menus were a big trend. As you can see, Home Depot has literally one of the largest menus I have ever seen. And they even have like sub-menus and sub-menus. And they had tried to put this all on a mobile application. And in fact, it was extremely successful. And people were using it all the time. They used it in the store, they used it at home. But the thing is, when you type in responsive web design in Google Images and you get some of these pictures, there's sort of a commonality there. And it is sometimes the bane of your existence, sometimes it's your favorite thing, depends on what kind of UX designer you are. But it's the hamburger menu. The hamburger menu is one of the most ubiquitous icons in mobile design. And it is what is known as a UX pattern, which is a common solution to a common problem. The problem is it doesn't work in every single context. As you can tell, it's like difficult to discover when it first came out. Android, of course, made it more common, but when it first was there, people were like, what are these 3 lines? Where are they gonna bring me, you know? It's inefficient because it requires more clicks. I'm actually gonna go to the slide here where you can see the hamburger menu as opposed to a traditional desktop menu. Usually you're used to hovering and seeing what comes underneath, and it's just a really quick glance at menu items. Now you have to click on the hamburger menu. It gets rid of the context of the content that you're looking at, and you're focusing entirely on only the menu, and then you have to click on each sub-menu item to get where you want to go. So it ends up being a little bit difficult, and now you can see that people are starting to break the rules. Spotify started with a hamburger menu, but they've changed their design. They only have the tabbed menu at the bottom. And we're starting to see that even that has become more and more ubiquitous as well. I think Facebook has a similar design as well. And the point of all of this is, as we go through this cycle of structure, subverting that structure, returning again to that same structure, we are finding that UX patterns aren't really standards. They're best practices, but they are not always the best thing to use. They're trends. And as technology evolves, we need to make sure that our patterns evolve along with it, which is only possible through usability testing and research. So really encourage you guys to take a second look at all the patterns that you use every day and really expand your minds to see what applies in different contexts. That's all I have for today. Please contact me if you have any questions. I love talking to people. Any questions right now? Do I have time? Yes? All right.